Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is BK Motors and Mayhem, and today I'm very excited for the project I have in store for us. It's just behind the camera, so let's dive in. So what we have here is a 1982 Yamaha Maxim 650. This thing has been sitting for I don't even know how long. I asked the guy that I bought it off of, he wasn't even sure. It's a great looking bike. Everything is there except for the front fender. But that's not a huge problem. Now, I haven't even gone over this bike. I don't know what it needs. I don't know if the engine is seized. I know nothing about it. So there is one really nice thing about this bike is it has a key and appears to be the key to the bike, which is really good. I hope so. While I'm here, check the tank. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look too bad in there. I do have a product that I'd like to try that might help cleaning you up a little bit more. So I also did notice that it appears that this bike, from what I've looked at online, has an aftermarket exhaust because it only has the muffler on one side. I believe, from what I've looked at and know about these bikes, that's supposed to have two. If you see here, it does look like it's missing a bolt, and I'm assuming that would be for the mount for the muffler. Oh, it is also missing the Yamaha badge on the front. That's not that big of a deal. So we got the fender that's missing and the Yamaha badge. That's okay. But it is very dirty, and I am excited to get this bike cleaned up and running again. I think it's going to be awesome, especially with that go fast exhaust on it. I think it will be a really fun bike. And it's actually not a Yamaha, apparently. It's an Yamaha. Yeah, that's rather interesting. All right, so let's see. I'm not even sure if this thing has a battery in it. Yeah, well, wrong side. All right, it does not. The cables straps to it. Start off by pulling these plugs next. Oh man, that was tight like a tiger. Loosey goosey, folks. One really tight one. Just need to get out the impact for that one. Well, I don't see any thread material, so that's good. Alright, next I'm going to take this seat off. Seat's in great shape, no rips, no tears, nothing. So it's just a tank, other than it's a Yamaha. Never heard of that one before. Alright. Let's see about taking this tank off quick. What I'd like to do is let this sit with some product in it to help get rid of some of the rust that's in it. Oh, it's a vacuum petcock. Interesting, and it does have fuel in it. That's fine. Now I'm gonna go fill this tank with some product. I'll show you guys what I like to use. It's my first time using this particular one, but let's try it out, see if it works. Alright, this is Blaster Metal Rescue. It's ready to mix and it's reusable, which will be super handy. I've used a couple of these products before in the past. I've used a couple of Blaster's products before in the past, and they usually work really well. So the stuff is already pre-mixed, no need to add water, dilute it, none of that. Just dump in, good to go. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I got most of the gas out the best I could. Should be good enough. Set this back here for a second. Got my solution. Now, let's set this off to the side and forget about it for a couple hours. Alright, so plug wires place so we don't get. So now let's see if we can figure something out for a battery. See if we can get crank out of this thing. See if it's seized. moment of truth. Oh, that's the sound of a free spinning engine. That's exciting. All right, well, let's see if we have spark. All right, I got these NGK plugs here. I think they're the right kind for the plug. Honestly, I'm not even sure. I Googled it. Picked them up from the parts store the other day. Fit on there. Alright, well, I'm not seeing anything. I would like to do one more thing before I keep cranking on this. Let's spray some WD-40 down the cylinders. The only sign of life I appear to be getting is right. Oil light is coming on. So we might have some electrical gremlins. Figure out what is happening and why we're getting no ignition. Neutral isn't on. It's in neutral. Let me try a better battery. Alright guys, sorry about the delay. I had to run out to the store quick. Let's carry on with this. I'm going to remove this headlight bucket. I seem to be getting power to some of these lights up here. I'm not getting any power to this headlight, horn, all that. And usually most of your wires run into the headlight bucket and it's a giant rat's nest in there. So I'm going to be taking this off. Okay. Like I said, giant rat's nest. Well, we do have some wires that might be disconnected. It's just unplugged. Ah, disconnected. Oh, look at that. Just sprayed it with some brake cleaner, kind of get some of that zhuzh out of it, if you will. Oh, that even plugs in nicer now. Oh yeah, it'll part a lot better too. Alright, battery's still hooked up. Just oil lighter. Still, no horn. Which is weird. I'm almost curious to try something here. Horn does work. So that means it's all up there. There's something wrong with the wiring. That's what that tells me. So horn works, horn button does not. So if I hook this back up. Yeah, it's a little jank, guys, but the battery that I had on boil does not seem to fit in there. So I'm resorting to this. Yeah, as you see, turn signals, no horn, no start. Key is on. All right, well, I'm gonna go bust out a test light and start to check some of these wires. Now, I do have one little problem. My meter I would use for testing all these switches is currently not here. So if it comes down to something like that, might have to wait for another day. But I'll do my best and see what I can get done with this thing. Got 12 volts. Now again, I don't have a wiring diagram handy. That tells me at least I'm getting 12 volts up here to this switch. Why isn't anything else working then? That's interesting. So that means I have power coming from the back, going to the front. I got 12 volts in this plug right here. This yellow or red and white striped wire going up to my kill switch. So I have power there. I wonder if my switch is bad. That would mean that switch is bad too. working some lube into some of these buttons, seeing if I can get any life out of them at all. Sometimes that's all it needs. Because this thing was not kept indoors, as you can tell. It was kept outside for a very, very long time. I know these sometimes go bad. There you go, guys. All right. So it may seem little and insignificant, but that's a good sign. It means I was just able to spray that with a little bit of lube, and that button came back. So it's just some dirty contacts. So I wonder, we can start and do the same thing with the start button. Just really work it back and forth. It is grimy. I might have to take this one off. Maybe let's do that. Definitely not the best, but I have seen worse. But that right there doesn't look too great. So I'm going to clean this all up and see where we're at from there. Okay. So we're back now. It is the next day. And I came out today. I finished it off yesterday, basically, with just cleaning off that ground. And I came out today to try it again, see if I could get to start by the button, with no success. So this morning, I went and did some research, hopped down a couple rabbit holes online for some wiring diagrams, and I found that it has a kill switch relay. Okay, so I traced some of the wires from the headlight bucket, and I got these red with a white tracer wires coming from the kill switch. So I traced them back, and I found the proper relay with some online research and other stuff like that. Guys, I am not afraid of knowing when I'm a little over my head, and wiring, I hate, cannot stand. So, did some online research, found the relay, the kill switch relay online. And it was this guy right here. This is what it plugs into. This is where it goes. Frankly, I have no idea what for. But I thought I'd try it. So that was as far as I got this morning. And I'd figure I'd bring you guys in and finish off the rest of this Will It Run video for this 1982 Yamaha 650. So what we're going to do now is check to see if it has spark and go from there. Oh, also, I did remove the rust cleaning solution from the fuel tank in case this does run, so we can run it off the tank, possibly. And in doing so, I don't have any fancy suction tools or any of that. I had to remove the pedcock, 2 screws, Phillips head, yeah, they're JSI or wherever they are, whatever. And I drained it out through the cap as well. So I got the tank empty, relatively clean, a lot better than what it was, because a lot of the rust was on the sides of the tank, Wasn't so much along the top when you looked in, it was just on the sides. So the Blaster Rust Remover product worked pretty well. I'm relatively happy with it. So for now, though, I think we'll just try and see if we can get it bark off, make a couple noises, spit, sputter, yelp, whatever, with some starter fluid. But first, we'll test, see if it has spark. Okay? I put new plugs in it yesterday after the cameras died on me because this bike unfortunately has to sit outside. So I didn't want to get any crud or nonsense down the cylinders. So I just finger tighted the plugs in it so it would keep them good and safe. And also yesterday, if you guys remember, I don't know how good the video footage was yesterday. The cylinder 4 plug was broken off. I did fix that. I just popped the broken half off. I have it over here. So we'll carry on. Just taking the plugs out. They're all just finger tight. That was all I ended up doing yesterday. Just didn't want to get any debris or anything in the cylinders overnight. It's not good. I wasn't sure if it was going to rain. We are in spring right now. Things can end up pretty wild overnight. All right, so I'll hook up the battery again. Make sure it's on. Yeah. Has power. And now we'll check for spark. So you guys check that side. I'll check this side. Make sure we have sparkles. And we'll go from there. And then we'll see if we can get this thing to bark off. Got spark on my side. All right, guys, so I'm excited. With that, we have spark. So that means we got compression. I'm almost positive of that because you can feel it coming out of those cylinders. We got compression. We got spark. We just need fuel now. So this will start. Now remember, this has sat around for, well, look at it, an extremely long time. Okay? This could be the first time it barks off, fires up in a very, very long time. So I'm getting extremely excited here. This is exactly what you need in a project, okay? So if you're somewhere, you're a little frustrated, whatever, just gotta get running. Getting it running really helps that ego, really helps you would want to continue on with your project, okay? I know it's stripped down, almost bare frame and whatnot, but you just gotta hear it run. It sat for, by the looks of it, very long time. And to hear it run for the first time, it's extremely exciting. There's nothing like it. So I'm gonna tighten up these plugs, get the back in, and we're gonna try and spray some fire juice down into those carburetors and see if this barks off for the first time. Plugs are back in. Let's get this air box off and spray it with some go-go juice. Gonna need a socket for that. It's like 10 mil, maybe. That's not coming off either. Oh, well, apparently it's missing an air filter altogether. So I would imagine that's where it goes. Yeah, there is nothing in there. There's no air filter. So I guess it goes to show you how this thing might have been running beforehand. Probably not very well. So I don't know how well this will turn out in the long run. But we'll try and spray it with some go-go juice and see what happens. So we still have power. Got the choke on, which I'm assuming we're going to need. Just turn it over. All right. Well, apparently I got like the worst can of go-go juice from Canadian Tire. Hold that thought. All right, guys. I'm back with hopefully a better can of go-go juice to see if this thing will start. We got some life. Guys, we got life. Okay, that is extremely exciting. I am very happy. Let me try it one more time because this bike sounds amazing just trying to start. Okay, guys. There you have it. This 1982 Yamaha Maxim 650 that was destined for the scrapyard runs. Now, may not be running great. It's running off some go-go juice right now. But stay tuned for next week when I try and run it off the tank. Perhaps clean the carburetors, go through all that. And let's polish her up a little bit, make her look good. So, stay tuned and see what else I have in store for this. Like, subscribe, comment. See you next time on BK Motors and Mayhem.